Hello ladies and gentlemen, Greg again. As promised with the second part of the Shermans, the new Shermans from Tacom. I didn't buy the big box version with the, I think it's a Jeep. I got such a good deal individually, so I got the two. I'm not bothered about the Jeep, I've actually got the Tacom Jeep. Yeah, so this is the M4A1 76 wet VVS late production. Again, lovely artwork. It's by the same guy. I can't really make out the writing. It looks nice. Again, nice artwork. Again, we have four marking options. Got the A Company, 71st Tank Battalion, 17th Airborne Division, Germany, April 1945. And then F Company, 66th Armoured Brigade, Regiment, 2nd Armoured Division, Germany, June 1945. And then we have F Company, 66th Armoured Regiment, 2nd Armoured Division, Germany, April 1945. And E Company, 32nd Armoured Regiment, 3rd Armoured Division, Germany, May 1945. So we've got four marking options. Again, like I say, with Tacom you have the sprue layout on the box. You're actually seeing what you get for your money. And this box is actually deep. I'll show you. It's actually a lot deeper than the other one. You see where, you know, quite a bit of difference in the depth of the boxes. So I presume there's more parts. Again, but yeah, so we'll do the same again. We'll pop up the box open, we'll put the lid on the floor, and we'll go off. This one I haven't opened yet, so this is the first time I've seen this. It only arrived yesterday, I say before, but I say I've been having this cold and whatever. I really haven't felt like doing much at the bench, so I didn't. So we'll leave that till then. That part. So I shall just move this up here. We'll leave that standing over there for now, and we'll start again. I say a lot of these sprues would be very, very similar. In fact, this one is, I can know straight away, is from the, because they're both A1s anyhow, aren't they? So, again, yeah, this is the same sprue. They're going to be very similar sprues anyhow, so I won't bother opening that one. We've seen that one on the other build. We'll go through them anyhow. We'll go through them. We have a small sprue with commander's cupola and hatches and bits and pieces, so we'll go through each sprue, even though some of them are my duplicate from the earlier the Israeli one. So we'll just have a little gander through. Some sprues are different, obviously. You've got the commander's cupola, loader's hatch. So notice the commander's cupola. Yeah. Some very, very small, fine detail parts. Again, nicely done. Tacom, I say, with the sprues now, they're a lot finer than the big chunky ones that you used to have. You know, the massive things on a fine part to take off, and you got this massive connection point on it. You take, even though you fine cut it, you still get a big chunk on there, don't you? So I'm glad they've sort of gone away from that, which is nice to see. Probably listen to what modelers are saying, which is nice. This one's a sprue that's different. You got the, you know, because you've got the muck guards on the sides. The mantlet's got texture on it. Muck guards. Idler wheel bracket. Again, all nicely done. Bit of slide moulding again on the muck guards. Side muck guards. Again, more slide moulding on the muck guards for the front. And then we have the mantlet. It's got a cast texture. We'd probably add more to it. Like I say from last time as well, you got the once you paint it, you probably lose that, so it wouldn't take long. I use Mr. Surface. There's all sorts of different ways of doing it. People use glue. I use Mr. Surfacer. And I've actually got some cast texture from, I can't remember which company it is, I've never used it yet, so it might be used on this build, or whatever build. Again, I'm not so sure, no, this is the same sprue as well. You've got here a loader's hatch, lid, driver's hatch, gunner's hatch. Yeah, this one's very similar. This is the same sprue, this one as well. I say there is going to be a lot of sprues very similar because it's the same vehicle, just different time and era, with obviously the Israeli being more modernised. Again, nicely done. And again with two sprues of that, for some reason we've got the exact same sprue, got two of those. Don't know why. In fact we've got three of those. That's a bit weird. It's three end sprues, that right? Oh, sure. Yep, three end sprues. Must be a reason for it. We'll find out at the end of the year, won't we? And again, this is very similar again to the Israeli one, apart from the gun barrel, which is obviously the 76. I think the Israeli one's a French. I can't remember the name of it. No, it's a French barrel. It's a French gun barrel. We've got the canvas covers again. Another mantle with casting numbers, part of the breech, slide moulded muzzle brakes. One single piece plastic barrel, but there's a metal barrel in there. Bit of cast texture on the bottom of the turret. Again, I'll add my own just to emphasise it a bit. And then we've got the bottom of the turret. A slight cast texture on there. Again, there's a single piece barrel there, but you won't be using it, so more space for your spare box. Again, these are what we're from the last one as well. I think they're very similar. Yeah, these are just the same as the bogies, trucks, whatever you want to call them, are just the same. We'll have a quick glance through them. Yeah, slide moulding again, small gap, small handles. The trucks look really nice. The bogies got fine. I've broken that one, but I'm not going to use it anyhow. Oh, it's gone back together, so I won't be using it, but never mind. Again, really nice detail on the bogies. I thought it'd be more difficult to put together all these parts, but looking when I was reading other instructions on the Israeli M51, it didn't look overly complicated. A nice detail again. Really nice detail. Right, these are the extras on this one as well. So this is a totally new sprue. You've got, I think it's three different variants. Sorry, three different vehicles you can build that added extra armour or sandbags. Yeah, we've got. That's nicely done actually. That for plastic again. We have a sandbag armour on the front on one of them, and then we have the added armour on the front. We'll find out which vehicle has what, and then we have some small individual parts again along the bottom. So that's a different sprue obviously for the Israeli one. The wheels on the bus, well, these wheels are different obviously. Again, nicely done. The solid ones, yeah. Road markings, sorry, tyre markings again are on there. The idler wheel, yeah, nicely detailed again. I don't know if you can make out the writing. A little focus on there. The wheels. Really nice. Got individual tyres on them ones. I don't know why. There must be a reason. We'll find out maybe as the spares. There we go. Four individual tyres there. Must be a reason for it. I'm sure we'll find out when we get to the instructions. Right, we'll have a look at the upper hull. It's again, it's just the same as, exact same as the Israeli one. Obviously it's going to be. Obviously with different different attachments to go on it from the Israeli one. There'll be different drill holes to put in, I presume. Yeah, we've got that piece of protection just on the end. Like I said, really nicely done. You've got that sort of casting seam along the side of the turret, sorry, the side of the hatch, sorry, side of the hull, get it right. And then, yeah, again, really nice. Really, really nice. I'd say that was just the same as the other part. Leave it there for now. I don't know what this part is yet. I've just come across it, I don't know what it is. Looks like an internal part to me. I wonder if you've got a Jeep in here with it. Looks like a Jeep piece. You know, yeah. Like a tub for the Jeep. I wonder if the Jeep comes with this one then. And that's why I got a few more sprues. We'll find out when we get there, won't we? This is a different one. We've got the return rollers. We'll find that out in a minute when we get to the instructions and see. Two sprues the same. We've got the springs for the bogies. I'm not too sure what they are. Oh, they're the parts of the bogies as well. More parts for the bogies as well, so obviously these ones are going to be used. So there's a slight difference in bogies between the Israeli one and this one. Again, nicely done. Got the return rollers on top of there as well. They go on top of the bogies. We'll find out what that part's for. Like a tub, didn't it? I haven't seen any other parts for anything else. But we'll see. And this is the tracks on this one. Again, these are different to the other ones. But again, really nice. Two sprue gates through each track, and again, at least we've got smaller ones. Some of these are a bit chunky, but I'm sure we'll get past all that. I bought myself a new pair of snippers in here, some Despair ones, whatever they're called. I do like their tools, so I bought myself on offer on Aldi Express for 13 quid delivered, so I took a plunge and they arrived yesterday. Again, tracks are nicely done. Gonna take some doing again, but worth it in the end. Like I said, just put some music on, or you know, a story of some description, and or a documentary, and away you go. Right, so that's the. I'll put this one back in here. I'm not curious about that. It really did look like a tub for the a Jeep. I'm curious, very curious. And obviously got the same as last time. Got the bottom of the hull. Again, no different. Just needs adding all the pieces. Again, it's got a nice bracing in the middle to keep it firm and straight. Right, let's put this out of the way and I'm going to look at this instruction, and I want to know what's going on with that. What's that? Right, we'll just pop that back in the box for now. Right, let's have a look at the instructions on this one then. Again, we'll get all the bits and pieces out this time. It's slightly different. Decals, obviously. We've got some. Oh, we do have a Jeep, but we haven't seen the wheels. I haven't seen the wheels in any sprues, so there's no. I've seen the tub. That's a bit strange. I've not seen any wheels or frames or anything. And the engine. It doesn't say about anything on the box, does it? Let's have a quick gander, let's have a quick look. Confusing me, that. And that's it in the boxes. It comes with the, you know, when you get the Jeep with the extra part when you do your big box order. Okay, there's the tub. Unless it's gone in there by mistake. But the instructions are here for it as well. No, nothing else in there about the Jeep. Oh, we'll look at the box art in a minute and see what it says. Workable tracks. Mention anything about the Jeep? Anyhow, doesn't matter. No, there's no Jeep. It's strange, I'm still going to have to look into that. We have the decals again. All the markings and the stars. You can see the white markings. Somewhat difficult to see. Again, look nice. Nice. Right. Small fret of PE. That's a small part there, and then we've got the same again. We have the copper cable. That's nice to see because it's easy to use that as well. We have a 76 barrel, again, nice. Side moulded muzzle brake, so it won't be nothing to sand off or things like that. So it's nice. Clear sprue. Again, with all the stuff the same as the other one. I'm really curious about that. Jeep. I'm going to have to look in it because we've got all them end sprues, haven't we? Is that what it is? Times. Yeah, it should only be one end sprue and I've got 3. I'll have to look into it. I'll look into it. I know you get the Jeep when you buy the big box set. Unless that's just got in there by mistake. That's all I can think of. So I'm not worried because I didn't expect it anyhow. Again, from like as before, we have the side profile of it. But it should be a very, very similar build, exactly build. Let's have a look on here, let's see if there's any. There's no painting guide. Well, there is, but there's no manufacturers or telling you what colour, but that's a bit strange that. Unusual. I've got the parts layout. Yeah, so it doesn't come with it. It doesn't come with the Jeep, but I must have got the tub and the instructions. I'm curious. I'll find out. I shall find out. Yeah, like I say, I've got different, you know, the engine deck at the back. All the drill holes are different things. They've got a tow hitch to add to the rear. Obviously engine hatches, and then we're adding the bogies again, which I won't be doing at that time. So where's it saying about building the bogies? Over there, missed off page. Build up the bogies, fairly straightforward, nothing too taxing. Again, obviously different layout to the other ones. And then we have the tracks, showing you how to put the tracks, 78s for one side. I'd have cleared them, putting them pins on the edges, so it should be still workable if you make it workable. Anyhow, engine air cleaners at the back, adding the sponsons. Again, basically the same build, but obviously different parts, adding some similar parts to add. Rear engine deck, again, nothing overtaxing. It's just the tracks are the most difficult part. Again, fit is usually quite good with a tack on, and then we're adding Pioneer tools, the hatches, bow machine gun, other little bits and pieces. The gun cleaning rods at the back. Again, adding all that. Let me see, I'm miles away from it all. see, can you? I'll just leave it down here. Can we just leave it? No. Here maybe? Let's see, maybe no. Fairly straight. Then we add in the upper lower hull together. Spare tracks. Engine deck at the back. So lower plate at the back, we've got that grid. Some goes on there, and then we have the like these along with sides for the side skirts. If they added, again we'll check that out when we get to it. A few anomalies, but we'll have to dig into that and find out. Yeah, there's the side, that's the side skirts to add as well. And then we're on to the different version 1 to V. That's different, isn't it? No, yeah, it's different. Got different engine covers at the front, so we'll have to keep an eye out which version has what. Here we have the two options on there with the armour plating. Like I said, we've got two options. Have to see which one we're going to use. And then we do the light guards. Again, I've got plenty of resin ones, and then we're putting the gun cradle in, some small bits and pieces, the tow cable. And then we're starting on the turret. Again, nothing overtaxing on there, fairly straightforward. Fairly straightforward. And again, we're adding the breech, low turret, all that together. And then we're putting a 50 cal on the top. This one's got this version 2 with the sandbag armour on the front. We shall find out which one's which. There we go. So that's the end of the build actually. So adding whichever version you're going to do with the sandbag or the extra armour plate on the front. Yeah, so it's the A Company 771st Tank Battalion, 17th Airborne Division, 1945 as the armour, sandbag armour. We'll have to find out about the other one. So that one has none of them two are, so it must be another. I'm confused that there's no colour, there's no call out for the colours. It's a bit unusual, tack on. Not a problem, but yeah, these two on here are the ones with the extra armour plate on the front, two different variants. Again, all from the E Company, 32nd Armour Division, Germany 1945. First Company 32nd Armour Regiment, 3rd Armour Division, Germany. I just find that unusual. There's no paint call outs. I know it's olive drab, but you know, surely to go to would put a couple of anomalies. The Jeep, and then there's no paint markings. Painting guide to a certain degree what colours to use, but looks a nice kit again. Usually Takom do make a nice kit, I must admit. But yeah, it's a couple of anomalies there. I'll dig into it. Like I say, I've got three end sprues, and there should only be one. I've got a Jeep tub and instructions for the Jeep, but no Jeep. I'll find out. I'll ask. I'll go on scale mates and see if anybody else has come across that anomaly. So thank you once again for stopping by and viewing, and I say hopefully tomorrow I'll start porting the resin, depending on, I would say, my snotty nose and things like that. But I want to get that done, even though it's going to be quite a heavy bit of resin. Well, not heavy, but you know, quite a wide space. It's not going to be too deep. So, but I'm looking forward to doing that, and then I'm just trying to touch up all the bits and pieces, add the tanks, add the figures, finally adding the veneer, which I showed you a few months ago, which is all cut and ready to go on. So we are getting there with the diets. I know it's took over a year, but you know, we may not getting there as regular. So thank you very much, and we'll see you again with the next update on the diorama, whenever that'll be, hopefully in the next week or so. So this is Greg signing off, and catch you soon.